Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are doing a fall cook with me. I've gathered a few recipes. Some are like a family recipe, some are from cookbooks, some are from online for the most part. So here is everything we are going to be needing for all of our recipes. And let's go ahead, organize our lives a little bit, and get the show on the road.
I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you could be the one. I see no reason why I should ever let you go. I don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming, because you know I can't get enough of this feeling you're giving me. Don't wanna wake up, no, I don't wanna wake up. I don't wanna wake up without you, baby, without I wouldn't know what to.
You guys, I don't know what I did. I didn't buy yogurt. I didn't buy heavy cream. I didn't buy sour cream. I bought cream cheese. None of these call for cream cheese. So I don't know if I meant to write sour cream or heavy cream. And I did cream cheese. I don't know. I'm going to start with the beef stew. And then the apple cider donuts, because I think I have everything for... I don't have everything. I might. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We're off to a great start. Why I am the way I am, I don't know.
So here I am just trying to put all of the ingredients into a pile that matches each recipe that I'm going to be making. This is just easier for me when I'm cooking multiple things at once. I did do several recipes at the same time, so you guys will see me sort of going back and forth a little bit between different recipes, but that's just what works best for me. This is like a very real life cook with me. I am typically all over the place when I'm cooking and meal prepping, just trying to get everything done in the most effective way possible. So this is very real life. So I apologize if it's all over the place, but I will also have all of the recipes linked down below in my description box so that you guys can definitely have an easier way to understand everything that is going on. The only recipe not linked down below is going to be this beef stew, because it's just how I make my beef stew. I don't follow a recipe. I just kind of go by what's on the screen here, as you guys can see, and then sometimes I'll alter it and put like green beans in it. Sometimes I need more broth, less broth, depends on what I'm putting in as my ingredients. So as you guys can see, I started off with the half a bag of carrots, and then I'm using a jar of beef bouillon, and then I'm just adding water. I don't measure it out. Like I said, I kind of just go with the flow. I'm really, really bad at measuring and like being very precise with my, I guess, cooking. I just kind of wing it a lot of the time. So that's what you're seeing here. So I'm just combining all of that. It is better to mix it with hot water because it does mix a little bit better. And then I'm adding a little bit of cornstarch. I start with smaller amounts of cornstarch, and then should I need more at the end to thicken it up, like the last 30-45 minutes or so, that is when I will add more. So I'm just rinsing off potatoes now. I just got a pack of, you can see, red, like mini red and white potatoes. I will cut them up, mix them in, and I always start with the carrots usually, because I usually buy bigger carrots, but I didn't this time because it was just easier to use the shredded carrots because they don't take as long to cook, and I just, cooking stresses me out. No, actually cooking soothes me, but cooking carrots really stresses me out because I just feel like they take 87 years. I don't know why. That's just my experience. So by habit, I dumped in the shredded carrots first. But honestly, they were not like mushy by the end of this. And I cooked it on high for about 5 hours or so. It's 4 o'clock here, and I think I finished around 10, so like 6 hours. And now I'm just adding in the potatoes because, of course, those take the longest to cook. And then I go ahead and add in the celery and the meat and the onions and just let it all come together over the course of the evening.
Baby, without you, I wouldn't know what to. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. Baby, without, I wouldn't know what to do. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know, when you are with me, sometimes I forget to breathe. I'm looking in your eyes, wish you could see the things I see. I don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming, because you know I can't get enough of this feeling you're giving me. Don't wanna wake up, I don't wanna wake up, don't wanna wake up without you, baby, without. I wouldn't know what to. Baby, without you, I wouldn't know what to. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. Baby, without, I wouldn't know what to do. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know, you got me wrapped around your finger. Tell me what you wanna do. I think we're part of something bigger, and now my mind is filled with you. Oh, you know, 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 baby, without, I wouldn't know what to. Baby, without you, I wouldn't know what to. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know, baby, without, I wouldn't know what to do. Baby, without, I wouldn't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. Oh, you know, oh, you know, oh, you know, baby, without.
I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh,
So here is where it gets a little, I guess you could say, chaotic in the Cook With Me, because I'm starting different things for several different recipes at the same time. So I just put water on the stove. You can see how fun I'm having doing everything all wacky like this. I put the water on the stove to get boiling. I'm going to just boil the chicken for the creamy chicken orzo, which you guys will see a little bit later, just because my crock pot was already in use and I really wasn't using that much chicken. So I really was like, what's the point of slow cooking it? So boiling it will do just fine. And I do typically trim my chicken, but when I'm boiling it, I don't, because the fat typically boils right off, or whatever comes off. You know what I'm saying? So while that's cooking, I am starting the prep for the festive fall tortellini. As you guys just saw, this recipe came out really, really well. I enjoyed it. I altered it a little bit, and I can't remember now how. I think I put the sweet potatoes, or I put carrots in it. Something odd. What did I do? Oh, I don't know what I did. You guys will see here on the screen. I can't remember. It's just my life lately. So, but I didn't put apples, and I'm pretty sure in the original recipe there was supposed to be apples, and I don't know why I didn't, but I did not. And I definitely think it would have benefited from putting actual slices of apples or like cubes of apples, because it would have added a type of flavor that's missing from this dish, in my opinion. I also did, the next night, not in this cook with me, but in the next evening, I made a sage and brown butter sauce to go over the tortellini. And oh my gosh, you guys, it was so good. It really added to the flavor of the tortellini. It was great on its own, but the sauce really added to it. So I will link that recipe down below as well, in case you guys want to try it or put it on the side or anything like that, because it definitely made the recipe like next level best. And I just have to know, has anyone ever tried to peel and chop up a freaking butternut squash? Because oh my gosh, it is one of the hardest things I think I've ever done. These suckers are relentless. They are so difficult to cut through. They are so difficult to peel. I actually dropped mine in the garbage, which you guys, I don't believe I showed in this video, because how embarrassing. But obviously I rinsed it off. Yeah, it just was probably one of the most difficult parts of this cook with me. I will not even lie. So once everything is all chopped up, I'm going to throw it all together in this pan here, or this pot, I guess you could say. And then I'm going to get the tortellini cooked. I wanted it to cool before adding it in with everything, so I did cook it a little prematurely. If you want to keep it warm, there was no real reason I did this. It just was what I had time for, so I figure why not just cook it and be done with it. So I'm just chopping up some onion and filling up that pot there for the tortellini, and then I'll get it boiling, getting it cooked, and then all of those vegetables will cook. I did the carrots, sweet potatoes, and the onions all in that floral pot you see at the front of the stove. The chicken is just about done, and now it is time to start on the pumpkin spice dog treats. I do just preheat the oven here and then get the tortellini kind of set up and finalized. I add some Gouda cheese, which I didn't realize how hard Gouda cheese was to find, so I'm not sure if I show it or not, but I had to use sliced Gouda, so I'll bet you it would be 800 times better with like a fresh block of Gouda cheese, but I literally could not find Gouda cheese anywhere. I tried Publix, Trader Joe's, and Aldi, and none of them had a block of Gouda cheese. I don't know if it's like popular this time of year or if I missed it. They had like flavors of Gouda cheese, but not just regular Gouda cheese. I don't know. It was really, really frustrating. So that's that. And then I didn't measure the apple cider, but it was such a good flavor that if I were to ever make this again, I would add more apple cider. So, so good. All right, you guys, I'm going to taste, what is it? The fall festive fall tortellini toss. I did not add the sage and brown butter sauce yet. I'm going to in a little bit, but I just want to taste this on its own. I altered the recipe a little bit too, so I'll make note of that down in the description box. But that's good. All right. I think you guys would really, really enjoy this. It was really, really easy. My only suggestion is buy pre-cut butternut squash, because screw ever doing that ever again. Really good. Okay, so now this was probably one of the most fun parts of this cook with me, and you guys know I could not leave out the dog lovers in the world with this cook with me, because they deserve a little special fall something something too. So I found these pumpkin spice dog treats in this dog cookbook that I have, and they're very like healthy. I'll write the recipe out in my description box, I believe, for you guys to try, and I'll link the cookbook as well. But these were so fun to make, and they made so many treats. I froze some of them to save, because they do have to be eaten within 3 days, and you guys know Willie is a miniature dachshund, so they tend to be overweight very easily, or get overweight very easily, or put on weight easily. My goodness. And he's 14 pounds, so what does he need, 12 treats a day for? So I froze quite a bit of these, and he just loved them. I insert a clip a little bit later on of him trying them, and he really, really loved them. So it made my heart so happy. They're made with just regular human grade ingredients too. So honestly, you could probably eat these if you really wanted to. Make some treats for the dog and the kids. I don't know, whatever you guys want to do. But this was honestly so much fun. And while I'm mixing this and getting this ready, I hop over to check on the beef stew in just a moment. You guys can see it is literally looking so delicious. I did end up adding some cornstarch later on to thicken it up a little. You guys can see here it's a little bit on the thinner side, but that is where that is at. And then back to dog treats we go. I did use parchment paper because the dough was kind of gooey, so it was a lot easier to just kind of plop it on some parchment paper, not worry about it, not having to clean the pan every time or respray it. It was a lot easier for me. So I highly recommend using the parchment paper. I never used to use parchment paper when I baked, and honestly, it is a game changer. I don't know why. I have a bunch of it in my cupboard. Why? Not a clue. But apparently at one time I must have wanted to be an avid baker and use it. But yeah, total game changer. Highly recommend you use parchment paper when baking anything ever.
So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking your sweat. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. I got you wrapped around my finger.
And now for the star of the show. Actually, the beef stew may have actually been the star of the show. This was the best beef stew I had made in like years. So very happy about that. But now for some chocolate chip or pumpkin chocolate chip scones. You guys know, if you follow me on Instagram, I bake scones probably more often than the average human being. I love to bake scones. Last time I made scones, they were a blueberry scone with a lemon lavender like icing on them, and they were so good. This time I did a maple cream cheese icing. I probably would not do the cream cheese. I didn't do a recipe. I just figured it out because I had that cream cheese you guys saw at the beginning of the video and figured I should use some of it. Definitely would not recommend using the cream cheese the next time, and if I did, I would use like a cream cheese icing in like the can or something, because I think it made the scones go bad quicker. I don't know if it's because it was real dairy or what it was, honestly. But normally my scones last about a week or so. And these went bad really, really quickly, which was very depressing because I'm the only one in the household that eats the scones. And so I basically had to eat like 9 or 10 scones in the matter of like 4 days, which was just really, really difficult. I had 2 left when I realized they were bad. They didn't smell bad. There wasn't like mold growing on them. They just had a really weird taste. So that was what gave it away. And maybe it was just me. Maybe my taste buds are off because of everything going on right now. But I'm not in active chemo treatment, so I don't think that's what it was. I really think that the cream cheese really affected how long these stay good for. So just keep that in mind. I'm sure if you used a real cream cheese icing recipe too, it would be a little bit different. But how satisfying in this bowl is this shaved butter, this shredded butter. I love looking at it every time I make these scones. I just can't get over how satisfying it looks. I don't know. Any other weirdos here? No? Just me? All right.
But don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. So give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me breaking. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want. So keep us awake till the dawn. Baby, feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. I wanna make you sweat on me. Feel free. I wanna make you sweat on me. Just take a hint. You got a free pass. Oh, try to hide it, but you had me from the get-go. Let me be frank, I'm not that complicated. If you need me, what's the use of playing games? No, there's no denying what we want. Just watch me breaking. You're sweet. You're falling into me, touch me. I swear you would do anything that I want.
I wanted to add too that these scones are really, really simple, and I feel like when I first started making scones, I was super overwhelmed, and I was like, scones, like that sounds like so much work, and it's so difficult, and whatever. But honestly, when you think about it, scones don't have to be the perfect size or the perfect shape or anything. You can make them literally whatever flavor you want as long as you have a good recipe. And y'all, this recipe is good. I have it written in my cookbook, like, to reference for the rest of my life. That is how good these are. So it's really, really easy. The worst part of it is shredding the butter, or like, yeah, shredding it, shaving it, whatever you want to call it, with a grater. And you don't even have to do that. The very first time I did that, I didn't have a cheese grater, and I just cut in the butter. It does have to be frozen, but I also didn't do that either the very first time I ever made these. So it truly, truly does not matter. You make do with what you've got. If you don't have a grater, cool, cut in the butter, and it will still come out just as good. I promise you. That's how I did it the very first time, and I'm still here making these scones the same exact recipe and everything. So don't be so overwhelmed by certain things that sound scary to make, because I promise you these are so much easier than it seems. Now, y'all, okay, this crap, you can just see the disaster that is about to become of these donuts in the future clips, because it did not go very well. But I start off by boiling down the apple cider like it says, and adding in, it's like a quarter cup of butter or something. I don't know, but I'm doing it, and I'm literally following the recipe to a T. So let's just see how it goes, because it is not going well at first, but you know, it is what it is. On a positive note, how beautiful were those scones, right? They were gorgeous. I'm telling you, make those. If you make anything from this video, I think I say it later on, but I'm going to say it again. Make the beef stew and the scones, well, and the dog treats. But, oh, these donuts gave me a run for my freaking money. And I've made donuts before, and they were not this difficult. So I'm very upset about that. But I start to work on the donuts a little bit, because they do have to sit, like the batter has to sit in the refrigerator for an hour. And if I do this again, I don't know if I say this later on, but if I were to make this recipe again, which 9 out of 10 chance I will not, I would leave it sitting probably longer. I don't know, 5 hours, 3 hours, overnight. I don't know, longer than an hour, because that may make a difference. But oh good gosh, I cannot wait for you guys to see the rest of the donut journey.
So keep us awake till the dawn, baby. I wanna make you sweat on me. 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 I'm thinking you were made for me. Isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me. Wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. For the second.
So while that sits in the fridge, I am starting off with the chicken, the creamy chicken orzo. You guys, this was also not a hit. It tasted fine, but you'll see later on what I mean about it. I'm just going to prep out the veggies for it, and I toss it in a pan with some olive oil and kind of let those cook up, and then we get to peek at how good the puppy treats came out. They came out so stinking good. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited for you guys to see these.
Chances there are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. We don't have to move so fast, baby. I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right here we got so much time, looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top.
So I am adding in the broth that the recipe calls for, and then the recipe calls for an entire box of orzo, like an entire 1 pound box. And I don't know, that seemed like a lot of orzo, not to mention there's already a lot of stuff in this dish, and I don't know, a pound of pasta is a lot of pasta. That's food for like a really long time. So I did not do a full pound. But I kept everything else the same in the recipe, so do with that as you will, but I just wanted to throw that little disclaimer out there that you probably don't need a full pound of the orzo for this recipe, and you could probably do less than what I did, honestly, because it's a little ridiculous. You'll hear my thoughts later on in the video about the recipe as a whole, but I don't know, it's a rough go around, these next few clips, except for this one of Willie.
Well, you want a treat? You want to try one of the homemade treats? Come here. You can sit down. Good boy. Do you like it?
It's big, I know, and I broke it in half and everything. That's a good boy. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, 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 yum. Well, you guys, I think Willie liked it. He wants more.
Be one of the things I love, the things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 the things I love, the things I love. Be one of the things I love, the things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 the things I love.
Okay, you guys, I'm really confused by that dish you just saw, the orzo, the creamy chicken orzo, because I literally didn't add any. It doesn't call for milk, it doesn't call for half and half, it doesn't call for cream cheese. I don't know what makes it creamy. I'm really, really confused. I mean, it looks good, it just looks kind of like a soup. So, I don't know. I'm really, really confused.
You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. Get in my way now, don't be shy. Won't be here dancing.
Alright, don't mind my sweaty mess of a face. We're gonna taste this chicken orzo, creamy chicken orzo. It's literally not creamy at all. I'm very confused. And I even printed the recipe. I've read it literally maybe 400,000 times, but I don't know what the heck in the world that was. Maybe a crispy piece of orzo. Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's real hot. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It just tastes like soup without the broth. So if that's your jam, you'll love this. It's good. I wouldn't make it again, but it's good. Just wanted to show you guys the state of my kitchen. I know it looks all fun and easy on the video, but this is really what's going on. So, also notice it's dark out now. So, that's where we're at. Okay, you guys, so this is the donut batter. I'm so upset. I had a donut recipe I really loved my mom and I made like years ago. And I can't find it anywhere. And this just looks, I haven't touched it yet, but it's so wet. It's so wet. So I might try to just make donut balls out of this because it'll be easier to just like pick something up and plop it into the frying oil than, I don't know, than cutting a donut out of this. Like literally, how do you work with this? It wants me to like put it on a floured surface, so I got it already. I don't know how this is supposed to work. So I don't know. We're gonna just kind of see what happens with this one. Okay, are you guys ready to see this disaster of an experience? Because I don't know that I've ever cooked anything and it's gone this terribly, to be honest. I'm like a decent cook and I can follow a recipe very well. However, I don't know what this recipe's problem was, but let's go ahead and see how this all goes. Alright, you guys. So you saw how much flour I just had to add to that little amount of dough. Look how much batter I still have left. I don't know if this is going to work, but I did just test the oil with a little piece there. So I'm gonna just try and hope for the best. I will keep you guys updated. This is gonna take a lot of concentration, so give me a minute. Well, they don't look pretty, but I guess we'll see what happens. I've got my cinnamon sugar mixture here, and I'm gonna put them on the cooling rack as well. They don't smell like apple cider donuts. I don't know. I'm really upset right now. I'm gonna drop one of these gooey craps in there and just see what happens. I didn't think this through. I almost just set the whole house on fire. But I do think that the tacky batter is supposed to be like that. I've never made donuts like the way she, oh my gosh, the way she advised on the recipe. Well, the oil definitely is too hot, so I'm gonna turn it down. Because they're coming out really, really dark. And I doubt they're cooked on the inside. So, oh my god, look at my shirt. I'm a mess. It's also 10:45 at night. I don't know where my day went. I started this at 3 o'clock. I need one of those, you know those ice cream scoops that are like, you know what I'm saying? I need one of those if I ever plan to do this again, because who knows? The things I love, be one of the things I love. This consistency looks more like a fried donut. They are a lot airier than these were. So, all right, we're going here. My phone is covered in dough and flour right now. Oh my gosh, if you guys could see this right now. But I'm filming on it, so you can't. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. These are the ones I added a lot of flour to. They're dense and hard. That one I burnt. These are light and airy and definitely not donut shaped, but they're kind of like fried dough, but apple cider version. Hopefully they still taste good. I have no idea what happened with these ones. They look like pancakes. I'm pretty sure I'm done after this because I just cannot deal. You guys, I'm throwing in the towel on these. It's been a really long time and they're not, I don't know. If I link this recipe down below, it's solely so that you do not use it. Other news, the scones are amazing. So good. The beef stew smells so good. It's just about done. So very excited about that, but if you make anything from today, make sure you make the scones and the beef stew. Those are probably my two favorites. That tortellini was really good too. The orzo thing I could totally do without don't recommend these freaking donuts. I don't know what the heck is going on. I gotta find that other recipe. It was so good. It was so easy. But, oh, and make the dog treats. Make the dog treats. Willie loved the dog treats. I have a whole cookbook for dogs. Okay, but anyway, that is the end of this video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed my triumphs and my failures. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe down below before you guys leave and give this video a thumbs up. Love you guys. Bye.